Hey guys, time to translate the overall energy. I also want to just chat with you guys, touch on some things that I have talked about already, about some symptoms that I've been having, and a recognition of a lesson that came out of it. Um, and it was about me energetically traveling, communicating with a distant planet, um, Pluto, and realizing I fell from the sky. That energy been really sticking with me, and I've been thinking about it a lot, honestly, because it's taken me back into my childhood, honestly. And when I wanted to say 13 or 14 because I wanted to record this video kind of when I first got up, but I was like, I want to get all dressed today. It's the holidays. Shout out to the Day of the Dead and just the native heritage, because we just know everything. We work really well with the eternal aspect. So shout out to them guys. But I was inspired to get dressed today, galaxy my eyes and everything. Um, but it really did take me into my childhood, as I was saying. I wanted to say I was 13 or 14, but the eternal side said that I was 15. It left a number on the microwave because numbers play out a lot to me. So when I was 15, I had a dream that I was falling out of the sky. I don't know where I was at to even like begin to fall. Actually, I didn't even realize I was falling out of the sky, honestly. I dreamed I was just falling. And I never landed. I just woke up. And it terrified me. And it still sticks with me to this day. And I'm 32 now. And I'm just now understanding what that effect was. Which helped me understand how I speak of our younger generation, how they come equipped already. It's just sometimes people don't understand cause and effects when you do things you're not supposed to, but the eternal aspect already know you're going to do it. I already know all that's going to happen. Because I had that dream way when I was 15 and it's just now displaying in my life. And for me, I'm supposed to be married. I translate for oneness. I was not supposed to. I can't even say it was a mistake. It was a lesson, but play around and bringing the energy back without understanding what I'm doing. And that involves intercourse and allowing the energy to come back by becoming pregnant. I was unaware of that, so with it not being done right, I fell from the sky. And now, as I speak of a lot and am learning, I'm a teacher of that. When you know better, you do better. But it still just shook me up as to how I received that energy when I was so young, and it terrified me. It makes me think of another dream. I kind of don't want to share it with you guys, but I'm going to share it with you guys anyway. I said I kind of don't want to share it, but I'm a share machine. It's okay. It's lessons, It's like another dream that I had. That I was in school and I went to the bathroom and I was using the bathroom and I realized I really wasn't in a school building or in the bathroom. I was in the bed and I pissed on myself in the bed. It was intriguing because the way that I woke up was like I realized I was wet or something. And I got up and I just washed all my sheets because everybody else was still asleep. So I got up in the middle of the night or in the morning. I'm not honestly sure what time it was, but it was still dark outside. And I just washed all my stuff. But it just is so interesting that I really dreamed I was in school using the bathroom, but I really was in bed. Like things like that gets me. On top of that, I dream all the time. I know I do. I travel energetically. But remembering my dreams so frequently, or fluidly, I should say, I normally don't do that. And those two dreams I remember so like it was yesterday, honestly. Um, feel like it's something else I want to say on it, but I think I'm gonna move past that aspect. Because any other dreams, I dreamed that my spouse cheated on me a lot. I used to do that a lot with my ex. I always dreamed he was cheating on me. Which, it turned out to be a true statement, but eternal aspect always gives heads up. Some people say dreams are irrelevant. No, dreams is your self-conscious talking to you when you have no distractions. You can hear very clearly. It may be a message for you, or it may be a message for you to give to your surroundings. But they're never for no reason. That's why sometimes people see different faces and whatever. It might just be as I just said, because I heard that the self-conscious recognize certain faces you'll be around. But with me knowing about energy and how it goes, it's either a message for you or it's a message for you to translate to somebody else. Because just how I operate, I'm a translator. I'm in the energy as into, if you watch Touched by an Angel, which is my favorite show, honestly, how they're angels, they look like us, but they operate from a higher source. That higher source is the solar system. But just how I translate for those energies too. So you probably operate the same way I do, honestly. We just all have a certain part to play. And even with me saying that and realizing I've fallen from the sky, so I'm a fallen angel. That's so intriguing. I have to go back and talk about that. Fast forward really quick. No, rewind, pardon me. Don't fast forward, rewind. Do not fast forward back. Later on, once I started getting into spirituality, I realized I did land. I landed in Wonderland. Wonderland is here, but there's lighthouses here at the same time. Like, there's a lot of lost people, but there's lighthouses here. I am one of them. And it's so funny because I thought about this earlier, honestly. In that song, Father Abraham, how many sons? How many sons have Father Abraham? I am one of them, and so are you. It made me think of that, and it was so intriguing, honestly. But it made me go back into Wonderland, how it's here. There's a bunch of confusion, people just all over the place, but there's lighthouses here. There's people that will guide you. And it's energy source. You just have to recognize your energy source. But that's where I come along, which I'm excited by. Honestly, see how excited I got. Because I'm going to be doing personal readings. Hopefully I start soon. I'm still working on it. I'm still strategizing how I want to do it, honestly. So you can actually receive the energy source where you're coming from individually. Because at the moment, I translate the overall energy for all the planets. So you just have to, catch what resonate. Maybe you in tune with all of it, so maybe the whole message resonate with you. But if you want a personal translation as to your source of energy, it comes with a price tag, which would be $55. And I think that's fair because I'm giving you your here and after for you to move forward, and it helps me build to be able to continue to help you guys. So I'm still working on how I want to strategize it, because I actually want to do it in person, like an original style, how you get to come to the oracle, and I translate for you that way. But I do understand danger signs in it, but I do like the present experience of it. So I'm still strategizing, so I'm not just rushing into it. On top of that, I think that I might just have you guys message me, you want an oracle, and then PayPal me, and then I can do your translation like I'm doing it now. I can record it and share with you. It's like it'd be a personal, but I'll be posting it to help with my business and give you your message. I might do both. I'm just still strategizing, but that's how I believe I want to do it. Just because people like the real life experience. Some people, I don't want everybody in my business, but some people really like the definition of seeing is believing, if that makes sense. To watch it actually display and happen, So that's that. I'm excited by that. That's what I'm working on. I'm gonna pull some cards from my new deck, which I'm so happy about. It's an Oracle deck. It's an energy deck by Cindy. What is your name, honey? Cindy Annie Taylor. Her Oracle deck. She created it, which I'm so happy by. I didn't realize that us translators, because all translators, we don't always create our cards. There's somebody else who receives. I know we all have our own part to play, but I'm just now realizing that us translators normally don't make our cards, which I'm working on it, honestly. That's going to be part of the personal readings that I do. But yeah, this deck is from somebody else who receives energy. It came out the cards for me to be able to translate it also, which I meant to shout her out last time, but I was just so excited about the cards. Honestly, I just dove right into it, and it resonated so well. It was so beautiful, honestly. The cards are really, 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 really gorgeous. And we got the man holding the coin. That came out last translation too. That's so awesome. And I was pretty much saying somebody has your money for you. And it really did come off as a guy energy. Like your employer might be a guy. Your energy source that you're coming from, it could be a guy. On the eternal side, that's going to give you the guidance for your coin, your financial florence. Financial florence. I get myself chuckles. Flourish. Financial flourish. I was thinking of everything else I want to talk about. I don't think there is. I'm just going to get straight into the cards. See what the solar system got for us. Who want to say something? Neptune, of course. I'm always in that zone. Karen Connections. This is reuniting. Speaking of holiday time, it's reuniting. You're going to be reuniting with somebody. And it's a caring connection. Somebody you want to see. Y'all going to reconnect. This says communications. Caring communications. It's reconnecting. Going to be reconnecting. And that's intriguing because Neptune is a cold planet. That can happen in the wintertime. Christmas surprise. That's definitely what that is. My lips is red. What else we get them? Patience. Be patient. Anticipation got you. You got to be patient now. Time. Door to personal healing and happiness. Oh, that's beautiful. This is time. It's intriguing too because when I did the translation recently, the patient card came out, but it was speaking of you're cooking something, you have to be patient. This feels like anticipation, and this clock is really important. It got the numbers pointing to 10 and 2, and it's making me think about driving. Be cautious when you're out driving. Tend to it literally. And then the door, yes, you're headed somewhere. You'll anxious be, oh, there was a car crash too, snaps. Patient behavior, impatient behavior may have you crash. You have to be focused. Tend to it. You know how they say, drive like this, none of that. Tend to it. Patience. Door to personal healing and happiness. You're headed somewhere. You gotta be patient. There's a bird on the other side too. That's a connection. You're trying to get somewhere. You gotta be patient. Because you got the bird and you got the rainbow on the other side. You want to see somebody you want to see, or somewhere you want to get to. But it's patience. And as I said, this energy is coming off. The cold energy was taking me into our understanding for a lot of people, Christmas time. And we still in fall time. We be in Thanksgiving, but we could get some snow this month. But it ain't really too cold. It's cold, but not the cold that I'm thinking of. Yeah, even in this image, the patient card, that's cold background. That's snow. I'm gonna pull another card. What is this? Carrying communications. This card keep wanting to say something. The temple path. They're already communicating. They're already communicating. That's what it is. That's funny. I kind of felt this energy last night, and I had to stop myself because I have moments where I get in the lonely form. And it's intriguing for a person like me to say that because I normally say I don't mind being by myself, and I'm always connected energetically. Like I'm never alone energetically. Like I wouldn't be able to translate if that was the case. But I'm gonna tell you guys the way I wrote it down. I I didn't actually post it because I have habits of writing to myself, but this one I was like I didn't want to get into a dwelling energy as I felt like I was, so I erased it. But I had texted and I said it's all fun until the workday is over, you know. And then it sinks in. It's not fun anymore. I'm really by my damn self, you know, like all the lovey-dovey stuff. It's all fun and games, you know. It's time to clock out. You know, you go home and you're like, what's at home, honey? Nothing, huh? Go to sleep. And it was just like, why do you feel that way? Are you always connected? Like you're doing what you love. What's the problem, yo? Like the right one will come. You're rushing for it. You keep rushing and you keep running into the wrong things, you know, and it's sad, you know, because I really do give my all, honestly. Like I don't play with relationships, but dating world is scary. Honestly, dating world is confusion world. Dating world is wonderland and a nightmare. Honestly, it could be beautiful, like that Beyonce song. This could be a sweet dream or a beautiful nightmare. The thinking woman, ha ha ha. Speaking of that, I kind of forgot about saying looking down at this card because most people I realized they be attached to somebody already, like they already dated somebody, but they be unhappy, so they still be out wandering, looking. Um, or they have a roommate, they stay with somebody, but they can't bring nobody back to like where they're staying at. If that makes sense. But they say it's just a roommate situation. I ran into that. You know, it was weird. To me, it's just like you're smashing them. Like if you're staying with somebody, you should be able to have company there. That's weird to me. But however go, they're attached to somebody, but they're still out hunting. That's what gets me, and I don't like that aspect. And a lot of people fall into that. I even have myself in that type of situation at the moment, and it's the most intriguing aspect because we're really not together. We have not been together in a long, long time. But observers will see that and be swearing we in here just loving on each other. For the most part, I would say we honestly do get along, but at the same time, like it's a thin line between love and hate. I'm just saying because we have problems, yo. But somehow cordial behavior happens quite often. Um, and that's the way I feel like it should be, honestly. Like, we could have a great friendship if we find a balance, but I don't know how to really speak on it. I don't feel like I don't want to sound like I'm dwelling or, you know, but I guess there is a hope aspect there in some form of a way. Um, I am speaking of my ex. I stay with my ex. I've been with my ex since I pretty much came to Columbus. Um, since I was pretty much 21. Before I was 21, like I think I was like 19, and now I'm 32. He the only person I actually been with, like physically attached to, for all that time. I have messed with other people. Um, but I thought about that honestly recently, because as much as I say, it's not good to cheat and step out, I understand now why I did that. He was never faithful. There was always somebody present. And I didn't know that. I actually just recently met her, honestly. And it was intriguing because I actually liked her. Which, that's another intriguing aspect, too. Um, is guys that's already taken and I actually meet their spouse, we normally get along. And it's like, why did you have to lie about it? We could have been having a good time this whole damn time, yo. But guys lie. They
An error has occurred. I'm unable to answer your question. Try again later.
Why has the error? What was the error? Did I say something wrong? What did I say wrong? Do correct me if I said something wrong. But I said, do correct me if I said something wrong. But I know I'm not wrong. Definitely at the moment, it's just you live and learn aspect. Um, what the hell else? My watch got to talking and had something to say. It said error. And that was a super error, honestly. It made me stare off in a different way, honestly. It benefited, but I would never stare it off if somebody else was in that picture. That's not my normal behavior. It's a cause and effect why I drifted off. Um, but as I was saying, yeah, I actually liked the woman. I did like her. Um, but this was intriguing that she'd been around the whole damn time. Like they knew each other before we even got into the picture. And I just actually realized, you've been in the picture the whole fucking time. That's intriguing. That's intriguing. I had no freaking clue. Eventually, I start realizing, he drops her off and stuff for work and all that. Well, drops her off from work and stuff. That's later on. We're not even really together. It don't really matter. But while I was actually together, we're still mingling. That's weird, yo. Like, I'm not surprised why I wandered off. That's not. I'm a loyal fucking machine. I'm so loyal that sometimes it's unbelievable the things I let people slide with and understanding of. Honestly, I think the reason why I'm so understanding is just because I hope somebody would be understanding with me. Honestly. I'm still thinking about my watch. A error has occurred. That's so funny. Stepping out business. And this card came out upside down and all my cards fell. Fourth chakra. And it's the green. This is love. This is patient. Gotta be patient with love. This is a gorgeous. This is an angel. I think this is this bird on the other side. It's a gorgeous aspect. Raphael. Angel Raphael. Archangel Raphael. This is a gorgeous freaking card. Or gorgeous energy, I should say. It feels so weird saying cards. It's energy. Goes with patience and the time. Gotta focus. This is no distractions. That might be hard because y'all already communicating. The temple path came up. Y'all already communicating. That is not physically together. Caring communications. Yeah, energetically y'all communicating already. But y'all gonna come together eventually. You're gonna come through to the other side. Nice. Oh, another card for this one. Raphael, Archangel Raphael. Oh, that's your abundance. That's amazing. I recently translated that somebody had your key, and like you're the bird in a bird cage, and this bird is out. It's on the other side. Probably looking for a spouse out here in Wonderland. You're gonna head to them, and you have, and you set them free because you had their missing piece to help them be able to communicate energetically, to be connected with the solar system, to recognize energies. Somebody had that key to do that to the other person, but the other person was already awakened. And then once that bird got free, it went and found you guys' prosperity, your abundance. And this is it. It's love. And there go all the freaking prosperity. That's amazing. I just thought of this and I spoke of it. I don't think I recorded it. I just was communicating with the system, the solar system, the energy, which I normally do. I'm trying to get more into the habit of recording when I do it. Honestly, it's just I be in the zone. I don't be thinking, let me go grab my phone. Like, I intentionally knew I wanted to translate to share with you guys, but sometimes I like my one-on-one, but it will benefit you guys too. That's why I wish I had a woman. Eventually, I'm gonna have a good support team where they just naturally latch on and start recording me, if that makes sense, because they see the benefit in it. I was about to word it a little differently, but I'm learning words. I gotta be a little cautious of how I use them, which it gets kind of scary sometimes because it makes me not want to speak, but that's no bueno. But this is exciting. Only in love can do this. In love awakens you to affinity. There's no separation. I don't care if you're in this physical form now and you go over to the eternal side where you can no longer see. You're still freaking there. Only in love can do that. Only love can do that. In love. When you just love, you just look and you're not in there. You're not be able to fully experience it, if that makes sense. There's going to be blockages where there shouldn't be blockages. And I set these cards back up interesting, but I think I'm going to leave it this way. It might be beneficial the way I put them back down because I was so busy talking, but this is what this is. That's the prosperity. When they did that, they put you in love. You're in love. Possibilities are endless. Girls going wild. I'm just joking. I gotta get some drink. I play too much sometimes. Girls going wild. Hey, it's the day of the dead. It's okay. Real flesh ain't gonna hurt nobody. Which I know everybody want that flesh on their plate this Thanksgiving. I'm just saying, that ham and stuff and turkey and whatever else they be chowing down on flesh formably. So I guess people and skeletons going wild. This season of giving. I got an intriguing sense of humor. That's so intriguing because I have been expressing myself in a way that I try to suppress the majority of the time. But I would not really say I suppress it. It's just I attempt to be a little bit more cautious. I can't even say the word. Are you sure you be trying to be cautious? Can't say the word, yo. The word it's not coming out right. Caution. I try to be on caution behavior sometimes, just because I know that I do translate for younger generations, generations to come. But it's like they need to know it's okay to express yourself. You expressing yourself in a certain way at a certain time for a certain reason. Like, I have been getting on people a lot about not being true to themselves, and it's like, even myself sometimes, because I have been using a lot of profanity even in the songs that I share, and I normally don't do that because I honestly normally don't be in that mode, or I just be like, you know, I don't know. I guess I try to put a mask on really quick, so, you know. But I try to be on good behavior. That's pretty much what I'm getting at. But, you know, it makes me suppress who I really am, if that makes sense. It's like I can't be preaching what I don't practice, you know, if that makes sense. I walk it like I talk it, which is a true statement, but I just fully been expressing because, like, it's Thanksgiving, yo. You're getting all of me. I'm giving you the best of me. It's a Nina Baker song. Body and soul. Seriously, though. And I hope people don't take it offensively, but if they do, it's just like, hey, yo, tis the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la. You know, seriously. Tis the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la. What are you in war with? This is serving justice. Patience is serving justice, and it's a war aspect. That's intriguing. In my mind, I'm hearing mind battles. It's taking me back into that communication, caring communications. You could be receiving information right now. You may be hesitant if it's true or not, because you're receiving it energetically. It's a war battle, a mind battle, and it's causing patience. It's going to be revealed, whatever it is. It's the clock is right there. It's justice space. These trees are catching my attention too. Things blending together. It's fall behavior. When the trees and everything just starts seeming in harmony. It's making me think of the rainbow, honestly. Just how the colors be in sync with each other. Nobody be like, well, that color in the rainbow, everybody, the rainbow, excitedly. Colors blend together around fall time. And that's where there's some justice in there. You're receiving some information during this time. You might be confused. Because you might not be seeing it at the moment, but you are receiving it energetically. The angel of love. It's love. Oh, and it's right up under the door to personal healing and happiness. This is a lot of love. You got both of those that came out. You got the Archangel Raphael, fourth chakra, and you got the Angel of Love, and it's right on the opposite. They're right on the opposite side of each other. Then you got your mind battle and your abundance right in the middle. Your prosperity, your financial flourish, right in the middle, and your love is like on the outside of it. That's what I say. You're probably not seeing it right now. You feeling it, but you're not seeing it. And then you got to be on focused behavior too, because you got the 10 and 2 behavior. You got to be on 10 and 2. 10 and 2. I think I kind of want to pull from my travel deck too. So I'm going to say grab travel. For this patience. Action! There's movement. Oh, and you got the angel of balance. This is so gorgeous. This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. And it's horses too. I've been in the energy of horses, honestly. One, because I've been wanting to ride like a horse, and the way I've just been flowing just make me feel like I'm on a horse, just galloping, because a horse is just so, I don't know. It's just pleasant to me. Speaking of that, I would say kids out the room, but when you get older, you can participate, okay? Or if you need some healing or something, depends on situation. But me personally, I have recently dabbled in cannabis. I thought, why not? Just because ain't got no job, metaphorically. I'm at home in a safe area. And I actually wanted to see if it would help me be able to receive better on the eternal aspect, honestly. Um, and when I did, I felt like I'm not missing anything. Like, I'm already on that level of a high, honestly. Um, but it did take me into an energy as to, oh my God, this would be really amazing during intercourse. Like, intercourse would take me in action. Like, I am galloping away. Right into abundance. Like, I just thought that would be so amazing. Like, I need this during intercourse. It makes me think of like the Kama Sutra behavior and transferring of energies to really be in tune in that aspect. That is a beautiful handy tool. I would say that's a beautiful accessory to take parts in when you know what you're dealing with. I just fell from the damn sky from not understanding the importance of intercourse and bringing back energy. I just fell from the sky from it. Okay. So I'm not condoning people just go out here and play around with it. When you understand what you're doing, that's a beautiful part of an accessory to take parts in to help you ascend. Okay? That's the only thing I'm getting at in that aspect. I don't want no confusion. Um, but even with me speaking on that aspect, I really think that I'm going to record. I'll probably do a translation while I'm using it. I probably won't actually smoke it while I'm recording, but I'll probably use it and then record. Or just chat with you guys just to see if I can still receive so well, while I'm recording, if that makes sense. Because I know my normal behavior, I'm pretty much the same, honestly. My voice goes down, if that makes sense. Like, I have to speak up a little bit more, and it irritates me because it's like I be on, yeah, I be on chill mode, and that's pretty much what that's for. Definitely with me realizing now, like, that'd be great for intercourse. Oh my God, like, straight headed to all the planets, yo. Like, but that's something I thought of doing. I'm still thinking about it, honestly, and I probably am gonna do it. I'm my own scientist. I practice on myself all types of things. And it's like, why not in that aspect? Definitely when it comes to ascending, um, I'm all for it, honestly. Children, if you're watching, when you get of age, enjoy, okay? I'm just saying. I think you got 21, then you enjoy if you want. You can send all day. And my other ones who got health issues, no worry. Anxiety, depression, all that. It's available for you too, okay? It's the best prescription that is available that actually is beneficial that I would suggest for you to consume of. Other than these pills they be giving you, depends on the situation. That's so I'm gonna leave it at that because I'm just over and all at the moment, But individually, some people just need to stay away from it because it's not for you. Just like any other prescription, or it's not for everybody. You will have negative side effects. So one monkey jump don't mean you jump too. Okay, know thyself. It's important. I'm gonna move past that topic. Seriously, but that's something I've been working on and thinking about, honestly. And seeing this action card and this horse sparked my mind right back into the energy I was feeling when I got to thinking about it, or I consumed of it. It made me just want to have intercourse, honestly. Like galloping. And literally, just energetically, I just be taking off like a horse, like I'm galloping around here. Honestly. Angel of balance, you got a balance. See, it's making me think about intercourse so much. It's so intriguing. I kind of feel like my mind needs to get stirred somewhere else at the moment, but if it's the energy, it's for a reason. Because last time it was these pyramids. The moon is right above it. And I do speak of, I have noticed for myself personally, I normally rely on Jesus, honestly, a die and be reborn aspect. But I do realize during intercourse, I have a tendency to call on God a lot. I say, oh my God, like, what are you receiving? What are you receiving? It's this aspect. It's a pyramid and it's that moon. You're receiving information during that time. Is it beneficial? Who knows? Hopefully. I do speak of traumas and things of that nature that people are unaware of. I have traumas and I'm just becoming aware of what the traumas is. So, the next person who don't even think about it, there's no telling. Or who suppressed it, because they think it's totally irrelevant, is dangerous, honestly. But there's a balance coming. Somebody's holding a balance. It's what you're cooking. You're cooking a balance. That's awesome. That's intriguing. It's making me think of like people, even who have an intercourse. Whatever you're cooking while you're in that intercourse, it's gonna be light in the dark. It's guidance. They may operate like me, or some have some type of gift like that. They're gonna be a lighthouse. The moon is right there. And it symbolizes love. Like, it's like my tattoo, honestly. Love, and then it drips right on down to the eye. That communication that's happening. Paradise. Oh. I saw some grab out of not tarot. You want tarot? Tarot, what's going on? Let me see you, honey. Let me see what you got going on, honey. Huntai. You come out quickly. Tarot surely wanted to talk. I ain't before I even shuffled. Two flipped up. The King of Cups. Yepers. You're running with it. That's the Justice too. That's things blending together. A mind battle. That's intriguing. You're running with it. You're running with justice. Either you resonate with what I'm saying and you're going to participate in it, like you want to have intercourse and have a baby, or this baby is going to be what have you flourish. The King of Cups came out. That's his foundation. And they just got the 7 on. You running with it. This is marriage. Why are you looking back? You're looking back at something. What are you looking back at? You're running with justice, but you're looking back at something else. You're not looking at your foundation. You're running with your foundation, but you're not looking at your foundation. Juggling. You're juggling. I just talked to this doggone energy. You're with somebody, but your eyes are still wandering. You're somewhere trying to juggle something. You're talking to somebody else. And this is that. Let's go with that too. Where's it up? The Angel of Balance. Justice is about to bring you a balance. Either y'all all going to come together, or you're going to learn to pay attention to your foundation. I want another card for that. Are you going to pay attention to your foundation? Grab out the middle. Door to value. That's your florins. That's your money. You're running with it. This is going to come together. This is coming together. That's expansion. You're expanding your foundation. That's beneficial, honestly. I speak of that a lot. That's personally what I would like to have when it's all done right. I don't want sneaky, conniving business in my foundation, because it will crumble. It make me think of a band, honestly. It's all cute in the beginning, but somebody always wanted to have a solo, eventually, which is beneficial. I'm all for it. I ain't against nobody growth, but it's like, if it intervenes with our foundation building, it's a problem. All that should be addressed. Like, eventually I want to narrow off, or it's a possibility, not I see dollar signs, so I just want parts in it. No, you get your greedy eyes out of my foundation. because you will be the problem later on that turns on me. I don't have time for that. I don't have time for it. I've been there and ain't trying to get to a level more of losing a lot more because of that. No, thank you. No, thank you. But that is exactly what that is. We're gonna come together. Keep juggling these 2-star aspects too. People who are in tune with the solar system, they can communicate. I do tarot. They may do palm reading. They might be an artist. They might be a movie maker, a movie director. Like, they receive and they translate, or maybe they don't translate, just receive and use it for other reasons. I'm not honestly sure, but they're capable of that. They in tune in that aspect. There's 2 stars you're juggling. That's why it's the door of value, and you're running with it. That also could be why you got the Archangel Raphael and you got the Angel of Love. It's all in love. It's love. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's so intriguing. I just spoke about that wondering eye gets me. It's like we could all be together. It's just the guys. They have a hard time with honesty. It drives me crazy. It irritates me too, which helps me even want to express myself more, because it's like I do speak of them a lot. You know, I know they be like, you got your little nerve, and it's like, you guys are the structure. You are the starting point. If you're slacking, you know, I'm not actually blaming. I'm just saying, you know, with due respect, you know, like. But they have a hard time expressing themselves, honestly. They always talk about something, they got all the bitches, but they won't bring all of them together. And part of me calling them bitches, you know, is just, when I actually think about the word, because I honestly don't like being called it, I'm not even going to lie. But when I look up the word, because I am a dictionary / Googler, you know, I use Google as a dictionary. You know, thank God for that. Advanced technology, because it used to irritate me when I was younger, when I didn't know what a word mean, like it come across my mind. And I didn't know the word, so I go to my mom. She'd be like, look in the dictionary. And it's like, yo, I can't even spell it or pronounce it. How am I find it in the book? Quit playing with me. And it used to irritate me because she used to be dead serious, yo. And it's like, oh, well, I guess won't be learning this aspect today. Cause like, what am I looking for? I don't even know what I'm looking for. Or maybe I would have found it if, you know, if I wasn't maybe so stubborn, you know, I could have grabbed the book and magically found it. Or found the word that was better suited, you know, because. But now, when a word comes to my mind, I'm Googling it, you know, if I don't freaking know what it is. I believe it's really good for younger generations because they don't always have people around who knows, honestly. Adults sometimes don't know and they be afraid to say that they just don't know. But we can all learn together. That's what life is about. But yeah, I thank God for that aspect. Being available, that's a great accessory. The World card is in reverse. Why is it in... Oh, I know why it's in reverse. It actually came today in part of my story. Pretty much my story of the day. How it got translated. It's hangman mode. You're in hangman mode. You gotta change perspective. You're at a different angle of seeing things. You have to get a different perspective on how you're seeing something. This is part of a lesson. And that's what the world is in right now. It's at you in a different angle. You used to be in this way, but you gotta learn to see things this way. I'm surprised the Hangman card didn't come out. It might. I'm gonna shuffle a little bit more, but the World card actually came out in reverse and is symbolizing a changed perspective. It's the Hangman energy. You have to change your perspective. You got to see something at a different angle, and that might be because you're adding something to your foundation. Or it could be the communication, honestly. Jupiter with his highs! Jupiter creeping in, I hear you. Yeah. These are the cocky ones, they're so bored. They know how to have fun. The cocky ones. They're not that fun. Those are my favorite. They make me stand out a whole lot. Other than Peludo, I realized Peludo gave me a little boost. Ooh, it's like my nipple almost popped out. Speaking of that energy. Dead, huh? What you doing with nipples, huh? Thought you was all bones. But anywho. Oh, oh my god, seriously. Celebration time. Headed towards you. You got the reef. The reef in it is Christmas energy. Oh, it's so funny. I've really been dealing in both aspects when it comes to good and evil. It's more of a misunderstood and good energy, if that makes sense. Missed energy, but it get called bad. Most people don't get to understand why they behave the way that they behave. Honestly, one of those traumas that just get swept up under the rug situations that I speak of a lot. I've been dealing in those energies, honestly, and it's so intriguing. I believe my spouse is even in that energy, and it's the most intriguingest aspect. How people fall in love, like total opposites aspects. Like you think, it's like it makes me think of the Grinch, honestly. You know, the Grinch falling in love, even though he did start. That's a trauma, right? Freaking there, at least from the movie aspect. It's been a minute since I watched it, honestly, but from my memory of it, he did like somebody, but you know, people made fun of him or whatever, so he felt bad, and he just gave up on love or whatever. You know, a trauma that made him like just want to stay away from people and just come off evil. But you know, a evil person or you know, misunderstood person falling in love with like I want to say like Santa Claus or some shit. Like, something good, you know, just something. I want to say Miss Claus, you know, but it's like, oh, Miss Claus, are you? What are you doing, honey? But you know, Mr. Claus could be Mr. Grinch, you know, like just saying, it's that type of energy, and it's so fun and beautiful to me, honestly. And that's what's headed towards you. That's what's coming. We're set up under patience, endure to personal healing and happiness. It's a balance. It gives you a balance, a better perspective. That's why the world is in this position. Some people is enjoying this aspect. Oh, that's so funny because October is on one side, which is the misunderstood behavior for the most part. And then the other side is December, which we celebrate Christmas. In the middle is Thanksgiving. We're in that aspect, right in the middle. And you gotta change perspective on it. Because they're all here right now. They're here. You know, they're here. And they're given, you know, that help you the rest of this year and into your future to come. Because they're guiding you. It's the eternal aspect. They show up loud, you know. And when you... It's an energy I received and I tweeted about it. As into... To enter the rest of God, you must believe. I mean, you have to sacrifice. I mean, not sacrifice, pardon me. Well, maybe that's a true statement. Surrender is what I meant to say, but sacrifice, yeah, it's surely gonna come off of it. It's surely gonna come off like that, because I'm guaranteed you're gonna be misunderstood by people the closest to you. They might start thinking you're being weird, you know, just, you know, but you're being true to yourself, you know. That's the important aspect, and it's gonna help you flourish and bloom, where you'll be a lighthouse. That's what they want. There's lighthouses, and they're not identifying as lighthouses. And I keep thinking of younger generations. It's making me start off. This has been a long translation. I've been chatting with you guys for a while, but it's okay. When you get a chance to watch the whole thing, if you just need to skip through, do what you gotta do. But it's beneficial for you to listen to the whole thing, I'm sure of. But it's making me think about how I started this video off when I was talking about me dreaming when I was pretty much a teenager, falling. But I'm realizing I have fell out the sky. I kind of forgot what I was about to say. How intriguing. Ah, I really just forgot what I was just saying. I forgot what I was saying. Alrighty, awkward. Awkward. That was awkward. I really just totally forgot. I was a freaking teenager and I was falling from the sky. What the heck was I talking about before then? Awkward. I really forgot. What does awkward mean? Embarrassing? Awkward, you know. I want to say unusual, but it's not. It's usual. It happens to people a lot, honestly. It's one of my triggers that I don't like about myself, honestly. I don't like forgetting things that I just was thinking of. Like, I would say that's crazy behavior. Like, I'm old. I say a lot. I acknowledge that I'm old a lot. And if you observe me or been around me, you probably would say I operate like an old person too, honestly. But for me, I feel like the way people look at it when they call me old, I think it's a little disrespectful because there's some, older people and they love to party and, mingle and all that, so it goes in that change perspective aspect, but people just see, I'm chill, normally like to be home, sleep a lot, always learning something. It always come off in an old person behavior. And that's why I say it reminds me of an old person. I'm not trying to get out and mingle that much. I like to be in myself, watch movies, eat my vegetables, eat my chocolate, call it a day. I don't have great sex too, but I ain't in that aspect at the moment, so that's just move to the side aspect. I'm just saying. I'm a nun at the moment. Do nuns masturbate? Probably. But that's something I've been working on, honestly, is not doing it. Suppressing the urge to do it. Just because I heard it's good for you, and it's like an actual teaching yourself discipline. Like, no, but it's hard because it's like that emotion of energy. It really routes you up, you can't think of nothing else, and then I feel better when I do, I normally just go right to sleep. That's normally why I do it anyway, is to put myself to sleep. Because my mind be going so much, and that's like the only way to put me to sleep. So I personally do it to go to sleep, honestly. I don't do it just because, it's the only way I feel like I'm going to go to sleep. You got a lot of communication going on. You're receiving so many... Communication sources are really activated. You got some who's receiving from the crown aspect. You got some that's receiving from the palm and some that receive from the feet. That's coming in so many different forms. It's making me think how I'm able to receive. I receive in all those aspects, honestly. So that's like head to toe manifestation. But it's coming in, those ones are being activated. This, and feet. And you got the crossway on there. Like me, I'm learning about fashion. It's intriguing. And how to communicate in it, if that makes sense. And it's funny for me because like I'm a person who just throw anything on. Like normally I prefer to be naked. My skin is the best. I got that grade yes skin. I cater to it a lot. Top notch. Straight off the bear. True chinchilla. Mink. Prada. Gucci. Fendi. Christian Dior. Seriously, but I'm being a little sarcastic, but I'm being serious at the same time. I always liked the fashion, honestly. I like seeing how people mix things, but I actually never realized the message that be in it. People really do communicate through it, their accessories, whether they recognize it or not. I was watching a fashion show recently, and whoever the designer was, whoever came up with that concept was so genius as into the color patterns that he did or she did. It was extraordinary. It was this aspect, how they did it. Like they had brightness on the head, brightness on the hands, brightness on the back. It was intriguing. It was letting me know you're receiving beneficial energy. Your hands are standing out. Like you're gonna be doing some type of hand work in the bag. Your bag is bright. You know, it was intriguing to me. Like, whoa, that's amazing. And I never thought about it before. It's like, oh, you got clothes, all right, whatever. But it's really a lot of statements in that, honestly. There's no way I watch fashion shows on my phone. I would love to go to one day just to get some of the clothes off the mannequins. Not the mannequins, the people. I want it straight off the runway. Give me that, thank you. I would like to have designers make clothes for me. I don't really like to be dressed like too many people, honestly. The moon. What's in the dark? Communication. Just being activated. Oh, awareness levels are rising. Even just how I just gave my example, that's happening to people. And that could, what was that? That actually went with that. That uncertainty behavior. You're receiving it. Like you're seeing signs of it, and receiving it. But that's so weird to say. It's not contradictory. You're seeing it, but you're unsure of it. I don't want to say, but you're not seeing it. You're just unsure if it's all true. But it's true because you're seeing it, you're hearing it. Who are you hearing it from? The solar system. The source that sent you here is guiding you. You have the source that sent you here, and then you have your eternal family also, which is, your ancestors, people that already passed over to the other side. They're still there. They are part of the solar system. They are what operates that. And they guide you. So you could be receiving all these aspects. If you are connected to the actual source that sent you here and you're connected to your ancestors, you're in tune. You're receiving in all those aspects. Which is awesome. Which ain't surprising why you're flourishing. You just patience. You gotta focus. And you're gonna be connected to somebody probably around Christmas time. It's a holiday time, which it honestly could be now. We are in holiday time. But Neptune came through. Neptune to me is a cold energy. It made me think of Christmas time. I don't want any more cards. Travel, you want to come out, honey? You want to come out? This is such good energy. Honestly. Angel of balance. Balance holders. That's what I mean. It's lighthouse. It's your lighthouse. You have to operate like it. Putting others first. You have to operate like it. We often see yacht signs when we are about to enter a busy road. These signs let us know we must give up our right to go first. We must let others' cars go before us. There are many times in life when we need to yacht and let others go first. Yacht. It's yacht, honey. Why I keep saying yacht? I don't know. I guess I want to be on a yacht right now. It's yacht. I just caught myself. Like, I'm looking at the word and I'm like, why am I saying that? Pardon me. Yacht. Moving forward, I'll start back over that whole paragraph. There are many times in life when we need to yield and let others go first. Maybe it's letting someone be first in lunch line, or give another person first chance on a swing, or to hit the ball at recess. Wouldn't you like someone to let you be first once in a while? A yield sign is like a golden rule of driving. Whenever you see that sign, remember that Jesus likes you to be kind and thoughtful toward others, people too. Do to others as you would have them to you. This is what you're running with. And it's what's in the dark. That's intriguing. This is coming off as a leadership role. A leadership and an example. And it's intriguing. It's making me honestly think about my ex. And how I just spoke on something that I was into. He was talking to somebody pretty much all the time that we were together. And it was in the dark, but running with it. Learning to accept it. Where it's like, I'm not upset by it. Living by example is coming to my mind. Lead by example. And it's making me think of just let them be happy and like don't dwell on it. And support, encourage, uplift. Encouraging and uplifting. It's the song. It's a radio station that I enjoy a lot. Air One, the river, the fish. That's what this is coming as. This is making me think of that. It's right in between that. It's what you're running with it. It's not. You're not dwelling on it. Yeah, you're running with it. And this yield sign. I'm gonna leave it at that. It's a leadership role, pretty much, and it's lead by example. I'm gonna pull a couple more from travel. Yacht. I'm getting on a yacht. Y'all sit here and play around with each other all day if you want to. I'm just being a little sarcastic, but seriously, I'm getting on a yacht. I give myself chuggers. A yacht. I don't know if I even would want to be on a yacht. Honestly, it might be cute for a minute. I'd probably rather just dive in the water. I'd probably jump in the water. But we get out far enough, and I'd probably jump out and like be playing in the water and stuff. Honestly, and then hopefully I don't drown because if we out deep enough, water is deep, honey. You're no longer on the surface, But yeah, I'm not thinking about that. That actually sounds dangerous. Fuck around and get ate by a shark. I feel like this is going super left. This post has been funny and not funny, but super amazing. But it's not funny getting eaten by a shark. But when I be realistic about it, that don't sound smart. But I'm gonna remix it in a different form. Where they have like the little motorcycle things you could be on the back of it. I'd be on one of those thingies. That sounds like a little fun. Or they can pull me by a rope or something. That actually sounds fun to do. So I'm sticking to what I said, but had to add some accessories so I don't drown. Because that wouldn't be no good. Snuggle up to Jesus. There's an energy back. Snuggle up to it. Oh, let's see. Thank you. There's an energy back. Snuggle up to it. This could be somebody pregnant. Be supportive. God. It's an energy back. And that's going with putting people first too. Putting others first. Flasher's prayer. Something's wrong. What is wrong? Something's wrong. What is wrong? I'm gonna grab out a tarot. Something's wrong. Flasher's prayer. That's kind of intriguing. Makes me think about what I just said. Like, I'm gonna get ate by a shark. Flasher's prayer. You try to jump in too deep water, honey? Almost got ate by a shark? What were you thinking? Did I want to be on a yacht instead of yacht? Yacht. I can't still say it right. I want to be on a yacht instead of yacht. Running. Running. Well, where you thought you was running to? Right into trouble, huh? Were you supposed to stop? Ah, there you go, right there. That's the doggone. That's the flasher prayer for sure. I'm gonna pull another card. That's surely it. Trying to run from a lesson, a duty, a service. The card flipped up. That's it. It came out again. It's doubled, yo. Justice and blending energy. There's justice and a blend energy and a you're not used to aspect. It's a new lesson for you to learn, and you have to learn it. That card came out twice. Justice and a blending energy. This one got the sky background. This one got the forest background. That's double. You can't run from this lesson. You have to learn a lesson that might make you uncomfortable. But it shouldn't be. You should never be uncomfortable. Harmony, you surfing through any frequency. Unfazed. You know, you might feel a little certain type of way in certain aspects, but for the most part, you should flow. And that's where you at. The majority, just the world cards, the majority of us is in the energy where we're dealing with unnormal behavior. It's making me think of COVID, intriguingly. People had to learn to adapt to, certain aspects. It's that same energy. And it's funny because it literally is the same energy. It's the eternal aspect, for the most part, that I'm speaking of. Gotta change your perspective. You have to learn this lesson. You can't escape it. I've been recording for a minute. I'm gonna wrap it up in a minute. I just feel really good. I knew I was gonna translate today. My son's school, they had a day where they celebrated the natives. And at first, I really didn't. I participated in it today. I was like, I actually want to see their perspective on it. My ex and my son, because they normally are against everything that I do. Like, it's not true. You didn't see it. You don't have proof. And it's like, natives, yo, they just know things. They just know things, yo. They just know. They are in tune with the solar system. They are in tune with sent them here. Okay? So, I sat back and I let them, strategize their viewpoint on what they believed a negative. I said a negative. What a native is. Now, I actually liked the concept, honestly. I thought it was nice. Now, I put the little leaves on top of it. They built the home. They call it tent, but I'll say the home. They built it out of construction paper and they put leaves on it and stuff. I thought it was nice, a little fancy. And they put it inside of a shoebox, which I thought was so cool because it took me in the format into, oh man, I can't even think of it at the moment. It's so intriguing, but follow my steps. It's the solar system. It is who sent you here, the creator. But it's taking me, the way I want to say it is that beach aspect where there's feet steps. And you follow those ones. It might be the Jesus aspect too, honestly. The sun energy. Yeah, it is. So yeah, it is. I'm just now I ain't just now, it's been a little minute, but I'm actually just now learning for the most part about Jesus, honestly. I have spoken on, I grew up in a Christian home going to church, but I never understood why we were going. I just would show up because, my mom going. It's Sunday, you got to show up. But I never knew what was going on, So now that I became a faith walker, in my late 20s, like 25, I became a faith walker. Unexpectedly, intriguingly, like, one day I just started praying on my own. Like, nobody told me to pray, and the person I began to pray to was Allah. And I felt so much better after I prayed to Allah. It's just, I stopped because I guess I got discouraged, honestly, because nobody around me was referencing to that being a source that helps us ascend. If anything, they would say that's for certain people. Normally they say Muslims. But it makes sense now because I have a whole child in that energy. I didn't know, once again, what I was dealing with. But it makes sense why I began to pray in that form. I have a whole child that's connected in that energy. But I really did feel better, as I was saying. And I stopped because people around me wasn't resonating in that energy. Even my mom, it appalled me when I went to my mom and I told her, I'm a faith walker. I'm out here praying and I'm reading out the Quran, I'm learning. I feel like I'm better than myself. I thought she'd be so happy because, younger Brittany, younger myself, it was like, get that out of my face. I got it going on. I don't need that. Okay? That is my normal behavior. I probably would have been being sarcastic. I would have wanted to learn, but I probably definitely would have said that first for sure. Because I always knew everything. And that's what gets me when I go back and I think I always had guidance. But it's better when you want it. It's always there. The air is always there. It just guides you better when you want it. That's what I have come to realize, honestly. But I always knew things. So it's like, my little intriguing stuff probably would have said that, but I would have been willing to learn. Like, oh, let me hear that. I still do that to this day. I did probably get off a smart remark, but what's your opinion on it? Tell me something new. I'm always wanting to learn. It's never like I'm against learning unless you start saying something to me and then my red flags start going back to wrong and lie. It's a lie. The food, I pick up energy very freaking well and good and clear. I can spot a liar from a mile away. But some people, they don't mind, they listen to it, and let you proceed on with your day. Me, it's hard to have a smiley face, like, it's weird. But that's an intriguing aspect, honestly. I'm thinking about lies. Because I want to say, in somewhere in that aspect, lies are always somehow somebody's truth. That's the intriguing part. I go back and I think about how I sat there and told you guys how I dreamed about something, me falling from. I learned to sky now, but I had a dream that I was falling when I was a teenager. And me being 32 now and realizing what that was and why that effect had to happen to me to know to do better, because they already knew I was going to make all these mistakes. But it's hard to say a mistake, pardon me. They knew I was going to stumble across this lesson. I was going to do it. And that really it triggers me so much, because it's like everything that I've been through was not a mistake. It had to play out in each form that it did. Even to be able to get the awareness level that I'm at now. It all had to play that way. But I received this way when I was a teenager. That's a lot of patience of waiting for this domino effect to happen. Or, blooming of a seed to happen. And I think I'm triggered by that. And I just want to speak on it because I have been speaking on the energy a lot as to what am I waiting for? Why am I waiting? I've been in a connection with somebody for a long time, and I speak on it a lot as to what am I waiting for? What is the wait? It could be the same freaking aspect. Some things gotta happen, and then you will understand. But I feel like it's the same energy. I'm gonna wrap it up because I feel like that's it. Honestly, it's really good energy. We're pretty much in a big energy as to change of perspective. A lot of people are ascending right now, which is not surprising because we got the gang in the building, like we got the dead, which is in the energy of spooky and then yay at the same time. You got Christmas and Halloween at the same time. At the same time. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And it personally excites me. It's like, I want to say the desire, metaphorically. Because I have a side where it's just, I do light in the dark, yo. I do light in the dark. So I do have a dark side, and I know how to be very playful in it. But I also am a Christmas tree. I'm singing Christmas songs while I'm playing hide and seek, okay? That's my normal behavior. And to have somebody who operates in that same form is so fun. Or operates on either one of those sides, but still understand my intriguing personality. It's amazing to me. Flasher's prayer. Don't run from a lesson. It's a lesson that you have to learn. You can't run from it. And if you do, You're gonna have a bad effect. You might die, but it's no worry. I'm always here to translate for you. You can always find me. I'm available. I accept all good energy. So you know, if you die and go to the other side, you can always reach out to me, and I would translate for your energies you want to know you're still present. But seriously, flash a prayer. Don't run from a lesson, or you will be that person who jumps into the water and get ate by a shark. And I'm that shark, and I would translate for you to let them know you're still present. Pregnancy energy. Somebody's pregnant. Somebody's gonna be translating that energy. It says snuggle up to Jesus. Somebody's gonna be translating that energy. And it's even how I just sat there and said, the energy is back. I would translate for you. Snuggle up to Jesus. 10-2 behavior. Be on 10-2 behavior. Do not get distracted, or you probably will crash. I feel like traffic behavior, seriously. And everything else is divine communication that's being had. But it's part of a change in perspective energy, it feels like. I think I'm going to pull one more card. I'm really going to wrap it up, you guys. What is our close out energy? Until next time. But next time is all the time, but you know. I just feel like a good way to close out. Till next time. I'll be right beside you. Like the boogeyman. I gotta stop playing like that sometime. But see, my behavior want to come out. That's what I mean. It want to come out and I keep suppressing it. It's so intriguing. Because I normally tell people I'm the boogeyman just because I can do this work and I know things that... It's like, how you know that, yo? I'm the boogeyman. That's why. Speaking of that energy. Oh, it came out again. That's just what that is. When they say you can speak things into reality, manifest it, this just seemed like what it is. It's an energy that wants you to come to it. It's an dark energy too. It's the devil. The manhole. That was the first card that freaking came out. The manhole and the coin was the first card that came out. It's the devil. Want you to come close. And they got the coins in the hand too. Come closer. It's in the dark. Come closer. You'll realize there's a lot of light there. And that's the closing out. I don't want to pull no more cards because I said I wasn't. That's intriguing. I really like to be called the devil. Hey. I guess it's the same aspect as me. I like to be called Skull's welcome because I welcome us here in the eternal aspect. And that's where the coin is at. So remember, guys, be kind. You are a reflection.